let me explain this. We have the gold, and using the new and advanced SAL indicator, which is fantastic. You see the magenta line here? This magenta line. This indicates the biggest amount of volume, or the biggest amount of orders that's sitting here, right? Okay. If I look at the 60-minute chart, I have, how many I have? I have 10. So 10 biggest pending orders or pending hidden contracts in the market are shown here. Meanwhile, on the daily or one-day profile or one-day chart, I have one out of 50, the biggest. I can pull just 50. This is what I wanted. This is how I designed this. You cannot, I mean, anything more than 50 is just noise. Even me, I don't use more than 10, 15, in some cases 25 if I am looking for scalps. So I will mark it here, right? I'll mark it. Yeah, they shift. If this is this is the biggest hidden pressure or amount or buyer or seller, whatever it is, it's there, right? A pending order or a market maker have put the amount of contracts there. So this indicator will pull them out. Only one, the biggest one here. But if I want to go a little bit more, and on the 60-minute chart, I chose 10. So you see them all over. You see them. This one here below, it's a little bit thinner. You can control. The thickness, as you see. You can control the thickness. You can also change the color, make them shift. Not only the thickness, I'll make it 10. So the maximum thickness is 10, and also I'll make them show me the shade. So the more the heavier the amount of contracts, the more dark it is as a shade. So I pressed OK. It's going to take time. We noticed that the gold went up. So, and if you look at it, if I mark the bottom area, which I did, and this bottom area, the very bottom, was indicated by the daily, the biggest heavy volume. If you look at the volume profile, first of all, it was a very good rejection area. So one of the technical indicators, and there's volume included in it, is this power line indicator. You see these power lines? And there's multiple of them. See? They held the market. And if you do your Fibonacci's, I'm sure there's a Fibonacci retracement sitting there. You see it's 62% retracement. You see it? 62% retracement. You see it? It's trying to poke it, and it did poke back up. So anticipation-wise, we anticipated the market to give us that move up. Let me just remove these. Also, in terms of volume profile, you see this bubble here? This is a continuation zone from here to here. But 68% of it is this one. So 68% of it is what I care about. As long as we don't go inside the 68% of it, we're good. So it poked it and poked back up. Now the main confirmation comes from this beautiful SAL indicator that nobody else has, and it's not available anywhere else. This indicator has pulled out of 50 biggest pending orders in the market, right? Has pulled in this chart 10. I can put up to 50, as I said, but on the daily, on the one-day on the one-day chart, I only put one. So this is the biggest one. So there's a clear indication. If you have a level that you want to trade, you anticipated that level ahead of time. If you're a good trader, you have to anticipate ahead of time. Then the second step is to confirm. The more evidence you have in your favor, the better it is. So now the other step is that once you know this, okay, once you know this, once you are perfecting that entry level, of course, it requires patience, it requires all the evidence. You might still lose a trade if you don't manage it correctly. So if you saw the gold going up and if you got in this gold trade, let me see 987 tick chart. What is showing us? You see, this is 987 tick chart, how beautiful this level was. So if you went from, let's say you got in at 1920 or 1920.8 and you made, 30 pips so far. What, for example, and if you didn't take profit and your stop loss was, for example, this is your stop loss right here. Just an example, because if it goes lower, it's going to continue down, right? And if you didn't take your first target and you're just hoping to keep a runner like to make 100 million thousand pips, and the market comes back down, stops you out. So, you just from a winning trade, you converted it yourself to a losing trade. So management is key. Trade management is key to this whole thing, right? This is why when I teach, when I trade, when I recommend my trades, it's always with 3 lots or 3 contracts. Target 1 would have been possibly here. Let's say you took 20 pips. Target 1. It's on first 2 lots times 2 lots, right? Times, let's say you took 20 pips. You just made 40 pips. Why am I writing sideways? You just took 40 pips. So you can leave the runner with a nice stop loss, knowing that it's not safe to move it yet, and you can keep a runner. Now you see pressure now mounting here. See this sell indicator is mounting pressure, so this is probably going against you a little bit. See, now it's breaking it. Now it might push it higher. See, this is all pressure. It's all volume. You can use it in your favor, right? You can see it mounting. All right? You have to watch now for this level. This here, right here. Okay? So this pressure is adding, so it might push it lower. So you have to be aware of these levels. What do you see in front of you here? And I've been using SAL indicator for futures and Forex and CFDs. This is the first time I'm able to see this in the Forex and CFDs market. Any other platform or any other data feed will not be able to give you this much details. They show on the other data feeds, other platform, this is not available. Other data feeds with Forex and CFDs, this is not available, right? This data feed is amazing because it has market depth and it shows you historic market depth. Now, even if you have that, but if you don't have the platform, if you don't have Sierra chart, no other trading chart gives you historic market depth. They give you the immediate market depth, which is level 3, 4, 5, whatever it is. They're just around the price, right? And it's here. Let's go back and look at the gold. Gold went up nicely, very nicely, right? And we had, anticipate, confirm, execute. Now, I see a level that really might bring it back down from here. This could be the level all the way to here. So I'm looking at, if I reduce this, make it sharper a little bit, I'm looking at a rectangle area. So this area to bring it back down, possible. possible. Why? Because the attraction level remains, first of all, it's on an hourly, we remain at a downtrend, right? Second, the level that we hit here for the bottom, let me remove this lower line, we no longer need it. The level that we hit here at the bottom, it was not a significant level that the market will stay up. It was a fragile level. It means the market has a chance to come back and test it. Third, if I look at the hour, the thing is shifted. The volume shifted. So now we have volume pressure shifted from the bottom to here. This is the biggest volume that is in gold right now, and it really might shift it back down. Same idea from the bottom. Remember, it was at the bottom. Now it's at the top. Let's look at the hourly. So it's shifted lower. It's shifted up, and on the hourly, I see it coming back down here because we have heavy volume here. We also have heavy volume here. So from here down to here, or maybe even lower. So you see how this volume shifted? That was your question, Preet, right? If you're long, it's time for you to get out because of this happening now. Get out, get out, get out. That is already a huge advantage. That's a significant advantage of any other Forex and CFD trader, right? Yes, the gold move was amazing, yes. And see, now it shifted, the biggest one shifted back down. So this really, there's attraction here, and it might come back down. So let's see if we have a good level. And this is basically about an hour later, actually not an hour, this is an hourly chart. So this is the second hour into this move after I expected this down to the attraction level. Market gave us a beautiful $9 down, up, and then $9 down, all based on this attraction level, folks. You really, once you see this, you cannot really unsee it. Once you know this, you cannot really do anything without it. It's an amazing indicator with an amazing support system behind it and a full education system. Pay attention to also this thing here. Yesterday during the morning, I had a question by a member. So yesterday, 9:11 a.m., I had this question. A member asking, saying that he's considering a long on the SPX or the ES, and he shares his information, and then I follow up with mine, what I see. You see this? This is from yesterday. This is my view. It was seen at 9:13 a.m. in this elite members channel. I have 142 members at this time, and I said, this is the view that I'm seeing. Look at the target, 44.70, and the price was 44.369 at that time, right? I said, this is what I see on the ES because of the main attraction level, right? Let me show you. Today is the 8th. Of course, I followed up after a few hours. I said it's going up already. Let me show you what the SPX is doing right now, and it's done earlier this morning. SPX USD. This is it. 44.70 was tagged, and it was tagged already. Of course, it shifted now lower, but again, the view was amazing. Everything was great. So these attraction levels, folks, are something that nobody else has. It's not available anywhere else, and it's really not feasible for us to offer to everybody. So there will be selective amount of people that I would be able to share this with, and we keep it within our group. So if you're interested, please join the webinar, or join us, or email me, text me. You have all my information. Thank you.